Get this out of here. Let's make sure we get this out. Last thing I need is somebody. Center ring, one person. Bryan, Lucian, first and foremost, protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Good luck. Touch gloves. Come out dinging at the bell.
The Bell Center crowd bursting with pride and passion. There are the Montreal Canadiens, and then there's Lucian Bute. Hasn't lost since 2003 as an amateur. Can Bryan Magee, in his first world title shot, pull off the colossal upset? Some feel he may need the luck of the Irish. A battle of southpaws for the IBF Super Middleweight Championship. Pete Podgorski, the third man of the ring, says, let's go. Bute, a natural left-hander on the white with blue trim, 27-0, 22 knockouts, 4 straight knockouts, 6 in his last 7 fights. Magee, a natural right-hander, wearing the black with green and silver, 34 3-1, 24 knockouts, also with 4 straight knockouts. His only KO loss to Carl Froch.
Both men are exceptional body punchers, and we should look for both of them to try and go to the body. Magee, in 2 of his last 3 fights, has knocked people down with body punches.
Bute with 3 first-round knockouts early in his career. Magee has 4 also early on. Bute with a terrific arsenal, good technical skills, excellent body puncher, as Al points out. He's deceptive, fast and accurate, but watch for the left uppercut to the chin. That was the telling punch in his last 2 fights. He really puts all of his power behind it. It is an awesome weapon.
See Magee already trying to go with the right hook downstairs. And early in this fight, we want to look to see if the reach of Bute prevents Magee from getting on the inside at all.
Magee can box and counter, but by nature an aggressive pressure fighter who digs to the body.
Nice right hook there by Bute, and that's not his signature punch.
Magee sometimes leads with his head, lunges in, making him vulnerable to the uppercut, which did him in versus Carl Froch, but he is determined, fights with heart. Bute can be aggressive or box as well, so we could see a bit of a chess match early on.
Both men trying to establish the jab here early. That's the distance that Magee wants once he's on the inside.
Come on, work out on your own, guys. Give yourself room and watch your footing.
Pete Podgorski getting a couple of words in. Bute facing his first southpaw in over 4 years. Had some great sparring with lefties, James McGirt, Daniel Judah.
Come on, guys, work out of there, work out.
He's 2-0 versus southpaws.
And that could be a big difference. So McGirt and Judah, 2 quality sparring mates. Magee had trouble finding the right sparring mates in Belfast to simulate Bute.
Bute trying to end it there with the right hook. Magee said it was tough getting guys as tall as Bute to spar. He really dislikes fighting other southpaws, though he dominated Denmark's former golden boy before Mikkel Kessler, Mads Larsen, last year. Magee said the problem with fighting lefties is you don't see the shots coming. He's 1-1 against southpaws.
Nice straight left hand by Magee. He has gotten through this first round, probably not won it, but he's gotten through this without any serious faux pas, and for him, that's good.
Final seconds of round 1.
You ready for that bell? No punching late. Time.
Mikkel Kessler, of course, with us and here at ringside, and we're going to get his comments. So the first thing we're going to talk about is take a look at the Super 6 tournament. And Mikkel, you see Andre Ward and Arthur Abraham in the semifinals, and Carl Froch gets Glenn Johnson. Tell us what you think of those fights and maybe what you think is going to happen.
I think it's this tournament. Everything happened in this tournament. You got to remember that. And the Ward, a very awkward fighter. Arthur Abraham coming by losses, and I think he learned a big lesson in his gym. So I think we're gonna see a technical good Andre Ward, but we're gonna see a surprising Arthur Abraham. And
more aggressive, huh?
Yeah.
What about Froch and Johnson?
Froch and Johnson. Glenn is also a very awkward fighter. and so is Frost. But I will say that Frost will win the fight.
All right, well, you fought both Frotz and Andre Ward, of course, in the tournament, losing to Ward and then winning that exciting fight against Carl Frotz.
That's right.
We get set for round 2. I got to ask Mikkel a question. After seeing the rock star treatment for Lucian Bute, would you fight Bute here in Montreal?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Oh, wow, all right. He's happy to do that.
A confident Mikkel Kessler.
And by the way, you sparred with McGee, did you not? And you said there's a big difference in how he fights in the fight than how he spars.
Yeah.
Come on, punch out there, guys. Punch out.
He's not so aggressive as in sparring. I sparred him before the Joe Galsaki fight. He wasn't aggressive at all. Easy, but when you see him in fight, he's more of a chance taker.
Okay.
If you can say that.
Yes.
But you see, like Lucian Bute has, he wants to control the fight from the start in the first round.
Yeah, he has great command in the ring. Lucian Bute, slick, moves well, has that effective right up jab. As mentioned, the great left uppercut from short or long range, usually flush on the chin. He can drop you with a straight left or the right hook. Terrific body puncher. In fact, Mr. Body Puncher in the March 2010 edition of the Ring magazine. How do you like that?
I had no idea there was that title. Okay. I think you were Mr. Announcer.
I'm pretty sure. I was the centerfold.
Punch out there. Come on,
McGee is getting himself within punching. He's making it a messy fight, and that's what he wants.
It's too early to be grabbing. Come on.
That's Pete Podgorski. Pete, of course, was a fighter himself and a fine referee who worked for the Chicago Park District. Retired his wife as a policeman in Chicago.
Pete, former junior middleweight Al from your neck of the woods, Chicago. He was known as the Polish Hammer. He fought in the 70s and 80s. Yep.
Now, Bute is just not quite as accurate as he'd like to be with the jab and the straight left hand. He's just barely missing that.
Work out of those.
McGee didn't fight in all of 2009, a combination of an inability to get good fights and a lingering injury to the glute.
Nice little straight left hand there by McGee. It's not a big punch, but if he lands those, it's going to make a difference in this fight.
McGee, a tough, versatile southpaw.
Good body shot there, Lucian Bute.
Yeah, Bute going downstairs.
Break. Easy, easy. Don't grab the head. Come on. Give yourself room, guys.
Now there's McGee going downstairs. He loves to punch to the body.
And it was blocked by the arm of Bute. McGee coming forward.
Let him go. Let him go, Bryan.
Little holding there by the challenger, McGee. Right hook missing by Bute. And again, they come together as we head for the bell, round 2.
And the round coming up. Watch the bell. Time.
We'll take it into Bute's corner. Our translator is Pierre Bernier.
Finding your rhythm now. See, now we took out the jab. Going well. Keep using the jab. 2 jabs. If he gives 2 jabs, you could give 1. Then you could go over. You got to drink. Come on, drink up. Lucian, listen.
Well, there's something you don't often see at a fight. Former world-rated super bantamweight Bernardo Checa in the corner of Bryan McGee. You heard from Stefan LaRouche, Bute's trainer, Montreal native. Also works with Adrian Diaconou.
Checa came to Belfast to spar with Barry McGuigan and decided to stay there years ago and become a trainer. And he's been working with McGee for his whole career.
Checa fought in the 80s 9 world champions, including Roberto Duran late in his career.
Too much grabbing. Give yourself room, man.
Bute, so familiar. He's fought 13 of his last 14 fights. Oh, nice right hook by McGee in this arena. And, you know, when you're comfortable here, it's a big help.
Bute being very patient. There's a nice right hand by Lucian.
And McGee with the counter right hook. So McGee is finding his range a little bit on the inside.
Body shot there by Bute. And that made McGee double over momentarily.
Nickel, you obviously like the body work that Bute is doing early in this fight.
He's doing a very good body work, but I will also say that McGee is open for it. He walks into them.
You got to box and move against Bute, yeah?
Yeah.
Get in and out fast.
Yeah. Completely right.
Yeah, you can't linger in front of him.
Yeah.
Bute's starting to unravel the right hook, which he doesn't use as a major weapon, but will use it from time to time, and it's landing against McGee. Here's McGee going downstairs again.
Yeah, as this fight unfolds, Bute gaining ground. Finding the openings. There's another great body shot, counter left hand to the head by McGee. That was a nice
Don't punch, don't push.
Over that very low left hand of Bute. I'm telling you, this guy's got a sneaky left hand and he can land it.
I think that really surprised the champion.
That was a beautiful punch.
It was quick and accurate again.
Yeah, he gotta be careful.
Come on, guys.
Say that again.
Give yourself room, man.
For that left.
I've been telling everybody that'll listen for the last week, Bryan McGee is no walkover for Lucian Bute.
Bryan McGee, who's trying to send shockwaves through the boxing world here with a victory in Bute's backyard.
He's lost a couple of questionable decisions. He had a questionable draw. He fought Carl Froch tough until he was knocked out. This guy's no pushover.
First title shot for Bryan McGee, chance of a lifetime.
A straight left by Bute, and the hook again, which Bute has done better in this fight than other fights.
Watch the head. We're end of the round coming up. Make sure you stop on the bell. Time.
Well, Saturday, April 16th at 10:30 p.m. Showtime. Championship Boxing is back as Juan Manuel Lopez defends his WBO featherweight championship against Orlando Salido.
You know, Juan Manuel Lopez, like his countryman Miguel Cotto, who we saw earlier tonight, is a vulnerable, exciting champion. You can't ask for more than that, and that's why that Salido fight is so good. Early in the round, Bryan McGee, in what was his best round in this fight, was able to get a couple of right hooks in, that one partially blocked. And then later in the round, McGee was able to land this very good straight freight train left hand, the best punch he has had in the fight. And it, for a moment, it pushed Bute back on his heels. But Bute, being the champion he is, came back landing his own left hand later on in that round.
McGee's corner feels if they could get Bute to the later rounds, who knows? They've studied Bute's fight with Librado Andrade, the first one, and gained confidence from that.
Now, part of this is, you know, Bute had those problems at the end of the Andrade fight, but he is a very well-conditioned fighter. And Stefan LaRouche, his trainer, said he's never seen anybody work harder in the gym. He said he's motivated. He comes every day to try and become a better fighter. And so it's not as if he's not ready for those later rounds. It's just that that's the time when McGee might get to him.
Who's holding him?
And then Bute took Andrade out convincingly, fourth round knockout in the rematch. Round 4 scheduled for 12.
The power punch has landed and an edge to McGee. And part of that is Bute's landed more jabs, so he's relied on that punch a lot.
McGee has good power. He's physically strong, good straight left hand.
You know, the headline in this fight to me, one of them is the right hook of Bute. It's not his primary punch, but boy, Nickel, he's landing that punch a lot. Why do you think so much tonight?
Yeah, I really don't know.
It's an odd punch for him to throw, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a style, and they're not used to find those
Is it
left.
maybe because he's fighting a left-hander as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Now. Come on.
But you can also see Bute have his his right hand a lot down. He doesn't have it up to the chin. He's not used to getting that straight left.
No, exactly.
Bute